Hello everyone. Well, I wanted to finish up the gardening project I started 3 days ago before the interruption of the water main replacement, which turned into a 2-day kind of ordeal, during which time, while we were waiting for the gas company to arrive, the helper, Derek, dug me 2 holes for the rhododendron. I realized I planted this one too close to the stairwell, and when he was digging a hole, he had a spade. That's what I need, a spade. I don't have a spade, I need a spade. And he dug a hole over here beside the tree trunk that was cut. So it's farther away, and these plants get big anyway, so I realized that I had planted this one too close. So he dug 2 holes for me. I'm going to move this one over. It's only been in this hole for 3 days. And I'm going to plant this one over here, and then I'm also going to plant the gardenia. And after that, we're going in the garage, and I'm going to pot up my daikon radish. So don't go anywhere. This hole wasn't quite big enough, I don't think. So if you saw the other day, this is basically azomite. This is an acidic, all-purpose fertilizer for rhododendron, azaleas, other acidic plants, gardenia, and some lime. You can see, just kind of mixed it up. Now, always the question is with a plant, what is the best direction? It should present more to that direction. Actually, it's sitting just a little bit high. Now that seems very close to this bush, but I'm going to prune this bush back. To be like really perfect about it, I should have had him put the hole more here, so the plant is more here instead of here. Ooh, that sounded like maybe I broke through. Nope. Oh man. You know what? It's gotta figure out what that is. That is. Oh no, not again. Not again. It's the same problem I ran into on the other side. You have got to be kidding. There is a tree stump right here. Okay, I decided to go ahead and prune this down, bring it down to size, and then put it back in the hole I just took it out of. If I keep going, there won't be anything left. It's my woodpecker. Okay, I think I could live with that. Yeah, that stump is right there, so that's as close as it could get. Okay, baby, one more time. Ugh. What? Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, I promise I am not doing this again. Okay, this, by the way, is a Bessie Howells rhododendron, and it says to set the top of the root ball 2 to 3 inches above ground. Wow. And mulch. Well, I think I did that. You think, well, why don't I plant something there? Because that's going to get big. That can't go any farther this way. If that has to come out, I'll take that out. I brought out some water with fish fertilizer just to get them some bioavailable, quickly fertilizer after such trauma. Yeah, I think at some point I might want to move that plant. You know, it's going to be too close. I could just do it now. It would look a lot better. You know? I could move a nice looking short one there. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. This was my plan anyway, to take this one out and put this one there, because that can get a lot bigger. In fact, if it lives, I mean. It's 4.5 to 4.5 feet. Wow. Oh boy. We want to loosen up that. That's really pot bound. It's my fault for not getting this done before the snow came. Good luck, gardenia. This plant looks a lot better than that. And that should be about right there. So I'm going to dig a hole and put that in here. And hope I don't run into a tree root. I want it kind of equidistant, you know, back. Ooh, I see lots of roots. I don't know what they belong to. Let me go ahead and get this out of here. It's in my way. May or may not save it. You know what? That's going to be, it's much more established, and that's going to be hard to get out of there. Oh gosh, feels like stone. Wow! Because I'm going to cut this back as far as I can. Get a spade and get it out of here. I got about 10 of these, so I'm starting to wonder if they had, the original people had trees all across the front. That might be big enough. Let's see. This can come off. Okay, all right. Let's see how that looks. You're actually supposed to fertilize after it blooms, but since I just feel compelled to do it as I'm planting. Look what I just did. There were a bunch of blooms on that. There we go. Stick in here. Have you ever repotted something and it's there for a whole season, you pull it out and it's just exactly like it was in the nursery pot? It's because the roots are just formed in that shape and they never grab hold because they're not loosened up. I didn't really appreciate my clay soil in California. It's loaded with minerals. This is almost like mulch. I think I'm just going to use gotta water that fig. Oh yeah. Okay, so everybody, we're gonna do one more little job and then I'm gonna collapse. In California, I use these cloth bags, different sizes, but this happens to be a 7-gallon. I would grow potatoes. I also grew tomatoes in these 7-gallon pots, but potatoes did well. And I start them low to the ground and roll the sides down. And then as they develop, then I roll it up and add more dirt. Since daikon radish is a root vegetable, I've got them over there in the grow light over there on the shelf, the one that I put together. I don't want the roots to start trying to develop in that short little pot. I'm not ready to put anything into my beds yet outside. I can't do that until I have a deer fence. I have the fencing, but I don't have the posts, and I can't put the posts in by myself, so I've got to find help for that. So I think that this pot is just big enough for 6 big radishes. Here are the plants that I started inside, and they're looking great. This one and this one is a little more advanced than the others. Normally, you would want to have 3 sets of true leaves, which are these jagged ones This is just the first leaf that comes from the seed. I've got 2 sets of true leaves, but not the third yet. But I just, like I said, I don't want the root to start to develop in 2 inches of soil. I'm going to get about 6 inches of soil, trying to loosen it up, break it up. Soil level will be a little higher once we get these in here. I think for safety's sake, I might just set them all in and then add some plant mix directly into it. These are biodegradable pots. I always get a little concerned about it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut off the bottom of these. It's cardboard and it's wet, so it should be pretty easy to knock off the bottom. Yeah, you could pretty much just tear it off. Let's see, we have 1 little root coming down. So that, uh-oh. Oh, I hope that wasn't the root. I'm gonna add a little bit more soil to this. Put the rest of it on top. Okay. We've already cut the end off of this so it can grow straight down. I actually haven't done it quite like this before, so we're going to experience this together. And I see a root. Let's not disturb that. It's barely gonna fit. Yeah, I think it'll do it. Trying to be creative until I get my outdoor garden going. Well, that's interesting. There really isn't much room for soil. I think I need my little scoop. You know, this actually looks like, you know, it's a lot of work to go through. Granted, yes, it's a lot of work to go through for 6 big radishes. Part of the fun is the adventure of trying different things and seeing if you succeed. That's what I'm doing right here. That looks pretty good. If they shoot up more, we've got plenty of, at least 2 more turns, at least 4 more inches of pot to support them. Now put a little fish fertilizer in this. I'm going to catch the overflow. These cloth pots, if you've never used them, they very often just leak right out the side, so you always need to have a saucer underneath them. Thanks so much for watching this channel, and if you are a late bloomer like me, I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.